Welcome to Daily Speak English channel, English podcast for easy English conversation.
Hey! Welcome back to Daily Speak English, the podcast where we make English feel less like a subject and more like a superpower. I'm your host, Maya.
And I'm Daniel, and today's episode might actually change your life. Okay, that sounds dramatic, but hear me out.
No, say it. Say it louder, Daniel, because this topic is that important. We're talking about how to actually improve your English speaking skills, not just read more books, not just watch Netflix in English.
Exactly. I want to ask you something real quick. Have you ever studied English for years? Years, okay? But when someone actually speaks to you in English, your brain just goes blank, like total silence.
Oh, I've been there. I remember my first job interview in English. I had practiced so much. I knew the vocabulary. But the moment they asked me, "Tell me about yourself," my mind went absolutely blank, like a white screen. Nothing.
Oh, Maya, no way. You're so fluid now. I can't even imagine that. But that is exactly the point, right? Fluency doesn't come from studying. It comes from doing. And today, we're going to break down exactly how.
So whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or even advanced, stick with us. There is something in this episode for every single one of you. Let's get into it.
Okay, tip number 1. And this sounds so obvious that people actually ignore it. Speak out loud every single day, even if it's just to yourself.
Yes, and I'm talking about narrating your life. Like, you wake up in the morning and you say out loud, "I am waking up. I'm going to make some coffee. The coffee smells amazing." Just talk.
People would think you've lost your mind.
Let them. Honestly, who cares? Because 6 months later, you are the one who's fluent and they are still struggling in conversations. The point is, your mouth needs practice. Your tongue, your lips, the muscles involved in speaking, they need to be trained.
It's literally like going to the gym for your voice. You don't get strong by reading about exercise. You get strong by actually lifting. Same idea here. Daily challenge. Set a 5-minute timer every morning. Describe what you see around you, what you're planning to do today, or even retell a movie you watched, all in English. Out loud, no notes.
Okay, tip 2. This is a big one. Stop translating in your head.
Oh, this is so real. So what happens is, someone asks you something in English, and instead of thinking in English, your brain does this. Okay, what does that mean in my language? Okay, I understood. Now, how do I say my answer in English? Translate back, now say it. And by that time,
The conversation is already gone.
exactly. You need to start thinking in English. And yeah, at first it feels impossible. But here's a trick. Start small. When you see a cup, don't think the word in your language. Think cup. See a tree? Tree. See a beautiful sunset? Say beautiful sunset. Attach English directly to the world around you.
I love that. And you know what also helps? Having an inner monologue in English. Like you're choosing what to eat, and instead of thinking in your native language, you think, should I have pasta or salad today? I think I'll go with pasta. I deserve it.
Maya always deserves pasta. That's canon.
Absolutely canon. Don't argue with me on this.
All right, tip 3. One of my absolute favorites. It's called shadowing. And if you haven't tried it, you are sleeping on the most powerful technique for spoken English.
Tell them what shadowing is, Daniel, because I know some of our listeners are new to this.
So, shadowing is when you listen to a native speaker, could be a YouTuber, a podcast host, an actor, and you repeat what they say at almost the same time, like a shadow. You copy their rhythm, their tone, their pauses, their emotion, everything.
And why is this so effective? Because you're not just learning words, you're learning how English sounds, flows, and feels. You're training your ear and your mouth at the same time.
I used to shadow Friends episodes every single day for like 30 minutes, and honestly, my accent improved more in 3 months than it had in 2 years of classroom English.
Daniel is a certified Joey Tribbiani as a result.
How you doing? Okay, yes, maybe a little bit. How to shadow. Pick a 30-second clip of any native English speaker. Listen once without speaking. Then play it again and speak at the same time, matching their speed, tone, and emotion. Do this 5 times. You'll be amazed.
Okay, tip 4, and this one is emotional for me. Embrace your mistakes. Like, truly embrace them. Don't run from them. Don't be ashamed of them.
This is huge. Fear of making mistakes is literally the #1 reason people stop speaking. They say, what if I sound stupid? What if I say the wrong word? What if people laugh at me?
And here's what I want you to understand. Every single person who speaks English fluently today, every one of them, has made thousands of embarrassing mistakes. Thousands! And those mistakes are what built their fluency.
I once confidently told a whole room of people that I was pregnant instead of excited because in my head, the word felt similar. 30 people staring at me. Silence.
Wait, Daniel, you never told me this. You never told me this.
Yeah, I said, I'm so pregnant for this trip when I meant excited. And guess what? I never mixed those 2 words again. Ever. Because that moment was burned into my brain.
That's the thing. Mistakes are actually your most powerful teachers. So when you make one, instead of hiding, just laugh and say, oops, that's not right. Let me try that again. People respect that. People admire that.
Tip 5. Record yourself speaking. Grab your phone, press record, and just talk for 2 minutes about anything. Your day, a movie, a dream you had.
People hate this one. I see the faces already. I don't want to hear my own voice.
Nobody likes hearing their own voice. That's universal. But here's the thing. When you listen back, you notice things you never notice when you're speaking. You hear the words you overuse. You hear where you slow down or lose confidence. You hear your filler words, like, you know?
And then, here's the magic part. Record yourself again a week later on the same topic and compare. The improvement will shock you. It really will. Progress is invisible when you're in the middle of it, but recording proves it's happening. Okay, let's bust some myths because there's a lot of bad advice out there. Daniel, hit me with the first one.
Myth 1. You need to live in an English-speaking country to become fluent.
False. Absolutely false. I know people who've lived in London for 10 years and still can't hold a basic conversation because they just use their native language with their community. And I know people in small cities who've never left their country and sound absolutely amazing because they put in the daily work.
Myth 2. Grammar must be perfect before you start speaking.
Oh, this one makes me so frustrated. Grammar is important. Yes, learn it. But you cannot let grammar fear freeze you. Communication is the goal. If someone understands you, you succeeded. Grammar improves as you speak more, not before.
Myth 3. Watching English movies is enough.
Passive watching is not the same as active learning. Watching is good, but only if you're pausing, repeating, shadowing, and using new phrases in your own speech. Otherwise, you're just being entertained, which is fine, but it won't make you fluent.
All right, we promised you a live exercise. Maya, set it up.
Okay, everyone listening, I want you to do this right now. Pause this episode, set a timer for 5 minutes, and I want you to describe your dream vacation in English. Out loud, no notes, just speak.
Don't worry about mistakes. Don't worry about grammar. Just talk. Where would you go? What would you eat? Who would you take with you? What would you do there? Keep talking until the timer goes off.
And then come back and tell us. Drop a comment. What was your dream vacation? I want to know. We read every single one. 5-minute speaking exercise. Describe your dream vacation. Speak continuously. Where? Who with? What food? What activities? If you run out of things to say, go deeper. Describe the smells, the sounds, the feeling.
Okay, we're getting close to the end of today's episode. And Maya, before we close, can you give our listeners the one thing? Like if someone could only take away one thing from today, what would it be?
Just one thing. Okay, start before you're ready. Don't wait until you know enough words. Don't wait until your grammar is perfect. Don't wait for the right moment. The right moment is right now. Imperfect, nervous, stumbling, that is where fluency actually is born.
That gave me chills. Genuinely. Start before you're ready. I love that. And for me, my one thing is consistency beats intensity. You don't need 3 hours of English on Saturday. You need 10 minutes every single day. That's it. That's the secret.
Beautifully said. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today at Daily Speak English. You chose to invest in yourself today, and that matters more than you know.
If this episode helped you, share it with one person who's trying to improve their English. Just one. Because honestly, the best thing you can do for a friend is give them a tool that changes their life.
And subscribe, leave us a review, come find us. We are here every day because every day is a chance to speak a little better than yesterday. I'm Maya.
I'm Daniel.
And this has been Daily Speak English. See you tomorrow.